Hey there. Welcome to the Confident Woman Lead podcast. I'm your host, Anita Miller. And today we're going to be talking about stop waiting for the how and start leading now. But before we jump in, how you doing today? Is today better than yesterday? Have you been managing your mind? I know it's a tough week, but in this week, I want you to remember that not all is lost, that we are equipped and prepared and we are resilient and we are leaders. And now, more than ever, is a time for leaders to step up, to rise, not to hide. So I look forward to seeing you all next week for the Speak Like a Leader Challenge. We will dive more into leadership there. If you haven't signed up, you can go to confidentwomanlead.com/speak like a leader. And I can't wait to see you, talk to you, get to know more about you next week. Now, for today, stop waiting for the how, start leading now. Okay, so today we're going to cut into talking about a mindset shift that's going to get you moving up. And if you're someone who is in the workplace and you've been waiting on your boss to give you clear steps or instructions before you take action, let's talk. Listen, I get it. We've been taught to follow directions to a T, to set a plan, to check off the boxes, and to do what we are told. Not just as people of color, but as Americans. It is what the school system teaches us. And as people of color, we are encouraged, told to follow those rules to a T because it is what represents safety. It is what represents the outcomes that we desire, theoretically. But here's the thing. If you're waiting for the whole how, then you are the one that is giving others permission, including yourself, to keep you safe and stuck right where you are. Leaders, true leaders, are not waiting on clarity. They're not going to have all the pieces. Right now is a time of leadership, and we don't have all the pieces, but we need to get moving. Leaders aren't asking or waiting for permission for someone else to tell them they're leading. There's no time to wait for permission because the people above you are doing what they need to do at their level. They're trying to put together pieces. They're trying to lead at their level. They have hired you when you get to the senior leadership level, when you want to get out of middle management or stuck in the middle, even as an individual contributor, to be able to think. So leaders take ownership. And that's exactly the shift that I want to talk to you more about today. Okay, so let's hop into it. If we're keeping it real, tell me, how many times have you told yourself, well, if I just had the steps, I'd be ready? Or if someone would just tell me what to do and when they need it by, I would get it done. Or if they would just tell me exactly what my job is or what my responsibilities are, I would know what to do. And then I could show up and lead. This type of thinking, I know, makes us feel safe because when we don't have clarity, we feel unsafe. It's a condition of the oppression that we have experienced. But looking for that as what keeps you safe will also keep you stuck. When we focus on every single detail, when we need every single piece laid out, what it tells people is that you are someone who follows, not someone who leads. If I have to give you every single step and you need to follow my instructions to a T, I don't see you as a leader. I see you as someone who's going to follow my instructions. So therefore, I see you as a doer, as a task maker, but I certainly don't see you as a decision maker. So that means when you start to try to make decisions in meetings, when you try to throw out ideas, I don't take them seriously because I don't see you that way. I see you as someone who takes action on the things that have been decided. You are the person I see as the person who's going to do what they are told because leaders show up differently. Now, why won't task alone get you promoted when you are doing your job, and presumably we reward people based on merit. And if you had a natural, clear path, you would know exactly what to do, you would excel at it, and you would be rewarded. That's the thinking that you currently possess, especially because to some extent that has proven true up until the point where you reach the middle. And now for some reason it feels hard. For some reason you were stuck. And it's because that is no longer the measure for getting to the next level, for getting more opportunities, more exposure, more money. So here's the reality. Promotions don't go to those who play it safe or wait for clarity. They go to the people that are showing up as leaders. That means stepping beyond execution and owning a vision, the strategy, and the outcomes. It means being comfortable and embracing using your mind, thinking and speaking as opposed to using your body to execute. Okay? Take that in for a minute. If you are always someone that, again, has to be given the how, then that's the box you are putting yourself in, and it's blocking you, it's blocking others from seeing you as a leader. It's also blocking you from seeing yourself as a true leader, not a part-time leader. And what I mean by part-time leader is part-time leaders show up for projects. So if you tell me, Anita, I am leading, I just led this project, it tells me that you define your leadership by the tasks that are given to you or by an opportunity that is given to you. So you've been given the opportunity to lead this project. But when you're given that opportunity, your mind automatically goes to what tasks need to be completed for you to get the outcome of the project. And when that task is complete, you don't know what to do because your leadership has been defined, or you're allowing your leadership to be defined by a tangible outcome that someone else has given you. And in reality, you don't lead it. You allow the sponsor to lead it. You allow others to lead it. You just execute on the plan and you're the leader of the execution. Don't miss that. Watch where you're not leading strategically, but rather leading the plan, i.e., the execution of the plan and making sure everyone does what they're supposed to. Those are two very different views, perspectives, and ways that leadership is embodied. One is I embody leadership all the time. I show up as a leader all the time. And the other is, oh, now that I've been given this opportunity, I'm going to show up as a leader. And this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to show that I can lead this project to an end task. And it makes you a great person to lead task to completion. We're just giving it a nice title to make you think that it's something other than it is. To move from the middle to senior and executive C-suite leadership, you have to be someone who knows how, not only how to do the work, but how to find other people to get the job done, how to drive results, not deliver results, how to think strategically, how to speak strategically at the next level, and how to lead without having all the pieces or a map. Now, how do you start to show up as a leader? If waiting on steps isn't the answer, then what is? And the answer is start seeing yourself as a leader now. What does a leader do? How do you embody leadership every day, every minute of every hour, in every meeting? How do you trust that you can navigate the unknown and bring value without needing every answer in advance? Start taking ownership. Start taking ownership of where you are and where you want to go. Start speaking up in meetings, not about problem solving and execution, but about strategically the benefits, the rewards of the idea you possess and how it will benefit your leadership, their objectives, the company's objectives, not just what you think needs to be done. Identify the areas where you can add value. Leaders are proactive, not reactive. If you're trying to fix a problem, then you are reacting to somebody else's mess and trying to clean it up. Taskmaster. Leaders set directions and trust that they will figure it out and that they will be able to guide their people to execute against it. They will figure it out and tell their people what they need to do to execute against it. They don't execute against it. So, with all that being said, here's what I want you to think about and take away today. Stop waiting for the full picture or the green light to start leading. You're ready now. And the only thing that's missing is for you to step into embodying leadership with confidence. It's you willing to bet on yourself with confidence. And if you're ready to make this shift, I invite you again to join me in the Speak Like a Leader Challenge. We start on Monday. Again, go to confidentwomanlead.com/speak like a leader all together. And the sign up form is right there for you. The link is also in today's show notes. Remember that you're not defined by a set of tasks or steps. You're defined by how you show up, how you deliver, how you speak, how you motivate people, how you own your space. No matter what happens at work, remember that true leaders show up and they are the light. And because they are the light, people will follow. They may not want to follow, they might not like it that they have to follow, but they will respect it and people follow the light. Show up, be a leader, be positive, be the light. Stop waiting on the how and for people to tell you what to do. Start to lead today. I love you, sis. Let's get to work.